upcoming Disney live-action remakes of animated classics. Hey guys, I'm Mr. Flame, and welcome to the Nerd Flame channel. I used to feel sick looking at my bank balance. Now it's always full. YouTube, no face. 2 hours a day. People are cashing in. Miss this, and you'll regret it. Link in the first pinned comment. It's funny how The Sword in the Stone has always been one of Disney's most underrated animated classics. Yet it's about to get the shiny live-action treatment everyone's talking about. Rumor has it that Disney has tapped a director known for blending fantasy and realism, making the magical world of Merlin and young Arthur feel more grounded, while keeping that whimsical spark. And of course, fans are already debating whether the studio will stick to the playful tone of the original or take a darker, more Game of Thrones-inspired approach. Nerd Flame followers know, when Disney mixes nostalgia with bold changes, things can get interesting. One big talking point: casting. The whispers in the Hollywood grapevine suggest a fresh-faced newcomer for Arthur, paired with a legendary actor as Merlin. Names like Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart are floating around, which is basically a dream for fantasy lovers. But here's the twist. There's talk of giving Merlin a bit more depth, maybe even a mysterious backstory, which could either make fans swoon or rage in the comments. That's the thing about Disney's remakes. They're walking a tightrope between staying true to the animation we love and shaking things up for a new audience. And speaking of shaking things up, early set leaks hint at massive practical sets combined with next-level CGI. Think Hogwarts meets medieval England. Imagine the iconic sword-pulling scene shot in a misty forest at sunrise, with the tension so thick you can feel it in your seat. But here's the real question. If they go for a grittier tone, will they lose the charm that made the animated version a comfort watch for generations? Well, that's where the next remake might give us some clues. If there's one Disney Pixar film that feels tailor-made for a live-action remake, it's A Bug's Life. But here's where things get tricky. How do you bring talking ants, grasshoppers, and ladybugs to life without making them look, well, terrifying? The early chatter says Disney wants to strike a balance between realistic insect designs and the colorful, approachable style from the original animation. And, according to a few sneaky leaks, the visual effects team working on this is the same one behind The Jungle Book and The Lion King remakes. So expect something jaw-dropping. Nerd Flame fans, you know the internet will explode the second we see the first teaser. But let's talk controversy, because it's coming. Some insiders claim the studio might tweak the story's political undertones to make them more relevant to today's world. While some fans are excited about deeper themes, others are already warning Disney not to mess with what made the original so charming. Oh, and there's the whole debate about whether Hopper, the villain, will remain as menacing as Kevin Spacey's version, or if they'll tone it down for a family audience. These little choices might be small, but trust me, they're going to fuel comment section wars. Casting rumors? Word is, the studio's eyeing a mix of A-listers and comedic talents for the voices. Think Paul Rudd as Flick and Awkwafina as It's not confirmed, but imagine that energy on screen. Plus, live action means the animators can really flex when showing the colony's massive scale from an ant's perspective. If they nail that, this remake could set a new standard for Disney live-action films. And speaking of standards, the next title in this lineup might be the most emotionally risky remake Disney has ever attempted. Quick pause. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And hey, if you're into movies, animation, and all things nerd culture, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Alright, back to it. If there's a Disney remake guaranteed to split the internet in half, it's Bambi. The original animation is famous, well, infamous, for delivering one of the most heartbreaking moments in movie history. And here's the million-dollar question. How will Disney handle that scene in live action? Rumor has it they might soften the blow by making it less graphic, but die-hard fans argue that the raw emotional punch is exactly what made the original unforgettable. Nerd Flame followers know this is the kind of decision that could turn the comments section into a battlefield. Another hot topic is the film's visual style. Will Disney go for hyper-realistic deer, like in the Lion King remake, or keep a softer, slightly stylized look to preserve the storybook charm? Early whispers suggest a hybrid approach, with ultra-detailed environments but expressive facial animations to keep the emotional beats intact. And of course, there's the risk that too much realism might make the characters feel detached. Let's face it, if Bambi doesn't make you tear up by the third act, something went wrong. Casting, though, is another rabbit hole of speculation. Since most of the characters will be CGI, voice performance is everything. Rumors point to Millie Bobby Brown for Feline and Jacob Tremblay as Bambi, names that could pull in both younger and older audiences. But here's where it gets even juicier. Some insiders claim the remake will add new scenes exploring the forest community, which could either deepen the story or feel like filler. And if you think that's risky, wait until you hear what Disney might be doing with Robin Hood. When news broke that Robin Hood was getting the live-action Disney treatment, the reactions ranged from "finally" to "wait, how's that going to work?" The original animation gave us talking foxes, snakes, and bears with medieval swagger, but early reports suggest Disney might go the Jungle Book route. Photorealistic animals with human expressions. And yes, that instantly sparked a wave of debates online. Some fans love the idea of a gritty, grounded Sherwood forest, while others fear it'll lose the warm, playful energy that made the animation a cult favorite. Nerd Flame watchers know Disney loves stirring that pot. Casting rumors are where things get wild. Picture Taron Egerton as Robin, fresh off his Kingsman fame, and maybe Florence Pugh as Maid Marian. Both names have been floating around in insider circles. The potential chemistry there, off the charts. But here's the twist. Whispers say this remake might lean harder into the outlaw rebellion side of the story, with a heavier focus on the politics of Nottingham. If that's true, we could be looking at Disney's most socially charged remake to date, which is either genius or a comment section powder keg. Visually, this could be a showstopper. Imagine moonlit forest raids, elaborate medieval villages, and high-energy chase sequences with arrows flying everywhere. The real question, though, is whether audiences will accept a Robin Hood that's part swashbuckling action hero, part anthropomorphic fox, or will Disney play it safe and go full human cast? Whatever route they choose, it's going to feed into the bigger conversation about why Disney keeps remaking its classics, something we definitely need to talk about next. I used to feel sick looking at my bank balance. Now it's always full. YouTube, no face, 2 hours a day. People are cashing in. Miss this, and you'll regret it. Link in the first pinned comment. Alright, that's it for today, but don't go just yet. There are some awesome videos popping up on the screen right now, and I'm totally gonna wait here till you click one. Go ahead, pick your favorite. I'll see you over there.